It was a chilly January morning in 2009. New York City is buzzing with its usual energy. A crisp winter day, the Hudson River gleaming under a chilly sky. At 3:25 p.m., U.S. Airways Flight 1549 rolled down the runway at LaGuardia. Just another routine flight, or so everyone thought. Then, in a heartbeat, everything changed. 3 minutes in, a flock of birds slammed into the plane like a shotgun blast. A sickening thud, then dead silence. Both engines were gone. The Airbus, now a 75-ton paper plane, floated above a city packed with millions. No power, no time, and nowhere safe to go. In the cockpit, alarms blared, lights flashed, and the ground closed in fast. For the 155 people on board, it felt like the world was about to end. But Captain Chesley "Sully" Sullenberger didn't lose it. He didn't freeze or second-guess. He took a breath, his hands steady, his mind locking into a calm, razor-sharp focus. This wasn't about hoping for the best. It was about leaning on years of training. A mental checklist burned into him through countless hours of practice and grit. He radioed the tower, weighed every possibility, and then said, "We're gonna be in the Hudson." No panic, no fuss, just a decision. In just 208 seconds, Sully glided that dead plane down onto the river in a landing so smooth it defied belief. Every single person walked away alive. New York held its breath, and the world shouted miracle. But Sully, he knew it wasn't magic. It was preparation, discipline, and doing the job right when it mattered most. In his memoir, Highest Duty, Captain Sully said it best. "We don't rise to the occasion, we fall to the level of our training." That line hits hard, because it's exactly how trading works. When the market crashes, when your screen bleeds red, when everything screams panic, will you stay calm, fall to the level of your years of training, or fall apart? Because, make no mistake, trading is chaos, panic, FOMO, drawdowns, and margin calls. And when it hits, there's only one thing between you and disaster: discipline. Not hype, not signals, not luck, just discipline. Today's video is about exactly that: how to become a disciplined trader. We're not talking motivational fluff. This is practical, real-world psychology that top traders live by. In this video, I'm going to share the 3 powerful steps that helped me shift from trading on impulse to trading with strategy, emotional control, and real discipline. Number 1. Become the pilot, your trading pre-flight checklist. When you sit in the cockpit of a commercial airliner, there's no room for improvisation, because pilots don't guess. They follow checklists, line by line, every single time. Not because they don't know what they're doing, but because they do. It's how they eliminate emotion, reduce error, and survive high-pressure situations. Trading is no different. Every trade is a flight. Every market entry carries risk, and without a disciplined routine, one bad decision can spiral into a catastrophic crash. Before you click buy, it is very important to go through your trading checklist like a pilot prepping for takeoff. 1. Market health check. Before trading, ask yourself, is the trend clear? Is volume confirming the move? Are market conditions stable? If you can't confidently answer yes to all 3, stay out. No trade is better than a forced one. 2. Trade setup validation. Does this trade align with your strategy rules? Are your entry, stop loss, and take profit levels defined? Are you entering out of confidence or boredom? If it doesn't check every box, it's not a trade. It's a gamble. 3. Mental state assessment. Are you calm, clear-headed, and emotionally neutral? Or are you chasing losses, revenge trading, or overconfident after a win? Your mental state is the fuel in your tank, and if it is contaminated, your trade is already at risk. Look, if even one of these checks fails, it is best you don't trade. No hesitation, no negotiation, and no exceptions. A pilot won't fly the plane when the system says no, and traders shouldn't click buy just because it feels right. Discipline is sticking to your checklist, especially when your instincts scream otherwise. Once you become aware of your emotional triggers, you gain the power to stop them before they drain your account. 2. Become the scientist. Trade to learn, not just to win. In the book, The 1% Rule, author Tony Baker tells the story of Mark, a guy with big dreams of starting his own business. Like most of us, he began full of energy and grand plans. But after a few months, that initial excitement fizzled out. But the problem wasn't his ambition, it was his focus. Mark kept staring at the finish line instead of watching his steps. He wanted the success without putting in the daily work. So Tony gave him a simple challenge. Stop worrying about results. Just get 1% better every single day. No giant leaps, no pressure to be perfect, just steady, small improvements. A year later, that 1% daily effort added up to something remarkable. And without even realizing it, Mark had built something more valuable than quick success. Real discipline, clarity, and the confidence that comes from consistent progress. This isn't just some business parable. It's the secret sauce of trading success hiding in plain sight. We've all been there, scrolling through charts at 2 a.m., convinced the next perfect setup will be the big one that finally makes it all click. But the hard truth is, the market doesn't reward lottery ticket thinking. The traders who survive year after year, they aren't chasing magic. They're methodical. You have to think of each trade as a live experiment. Before you hit the buy button, pause and ask yourself 3 simple questions. Why should this actually work? If you can't explain it to a 10-year-old, that's a red flag. Is this one of my A-plus setups, or am I just bored? Where's my unemotional exit if this goes wrong? If you can't answer these immediately, you're not trading. You're gambling with extra steps. But here's where most traders drop the ball, because the real work begins after the trade. Whether it's a win or loss, the gold is in your post-trade autopsy. Did the market move how I predicted, or did I just get lucky? Did I follow my rules like a robot, or I let emotions hijack my plan? What does this teach me about my actual edge, not my fantasy edge? This isn't about beating yourself up. Rather, it's about turning every trade into data points. Every Friday, don't just check your P&L. Audit your behavior. Which setups kept working like clockwork? Where did you keep face planting? Were you reacting to markets or to your own adrenaline? Like Mark in the 1% Rule, your breakthrough won't come from some aha moment. It will come from stacking tiny improvements. The 1% wins no one sees. A slightly cleaner entry here, a more disciplined exit there, and less revenge trading this month than last. These are the real edge that makes you a successful trader in the long run. Because the paradox is, the less you chase profits, the more they come. And the more you focus on process, the sharper your edge grows. So stop trading for the dopamine hit of being right and start treating it like a craft. That's how discipline compounds, and that's how real traders are built, 1 percentage point at a time. 3. You become the monk. Mastering your mind. Imagine a monk meditating on a cliff's edge as a thunderstorm rages around him. Wind howls, lightning cracks, but he doesn't move. He's trained his mind to stay still, no matter how chaotic the world gets. Now imagine you staring at your trading screen. Bitcoin just tanked. Your trade's down 12%. Your heart's racing, and your mouse is 1 twitch away from hitting close. That is your storm, and if your mind isn't steady, it will control you, not the other way around. Because the truth is, markets test your emotions more than your analysis. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you panic when real money is on the line, none of it matters. This is where trading separates the pros from the amateurs. Not IQ, not some secret indicator, but emotional discipline. If you want to trade without losing your mind, It's all about staying cool when things get wild. Here's how I've learned to keep my head straight. 1. The 5-second pause. Before you click buy or sell, stop and just for 5 seconds, ask yourself, am I trading my plan or my fear or greed? Is this a real edge or am I just bored? That little pause is like a mini superpower. It gives you a moment to think clearly, and in that space, discipline lives. 2. The loss ritual. It is a fact. Losing hurts, but it doesn't have to haunt you. After a bad trade, physically reset. Stand up, stretch, walk away, or take a shower. Extract one lesson. For example, I moved my stop. Never again. Write it where you'll see it. Personally, I use the sticky note on my computer. This trick keeps you from spiraling into I'll win it back mode, which, trust me, never ends well. 3. Stop obsessing over cash. This one's a game changer, but it's not easy. A fat profit doesn't mean you're a rock star. A loss doesn't mean you're a screw-up. Instead, check in with yourself and ask, did I stick to my rules? Did I keep my risk tight? Did I stay chill under pressure? If you're nodding yes, you're already winning, even if your account took a hit. It's about playing the long game, not sweating every dollar. The monk doesn't stop the storm. He masters his reaction to it. You won't control the markets, but you can control your impulses. Pause before clicking. Your learning. Ritualize losses. Your self-judgment. Focus on process, not profits. Look, discipline isn't some boring chore. It's what sets you free. It is the line between throwing money at the market like a gambler and trading like a pro who's got their act together. Think of it like this. The pilot hands you a checklist to keep you from making dumb, impulsive moves. The scientist pushes you to learn a little something from every trade, win or lose. And the monk. The monk gives you the mental toughness to ride out the market's wildest storms without losing your cool. The best traders are not the ones who nail every single trade. Nobody does. They're the ones who stay steady, who don't let the ups and downs mess with their head. So the question is, which one of these, the pilot, the scientist, the monk, are you short on right now? Trading is tough, no doubt. A lot of us jumped in thinking it will be quick cash, only to learn the hard way that's not how it works. But if you're stuck on some of the myths that pulled you into trading, check out this recommended video. It breaks down the big lies you were told when you first started. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment below. Thanks for watching.